So there's a lot that goes into my work and being a territory manager, but I think the main thing is just being a good steward over the territory that I've been entrusted with and given the responsibility of. So what goes into being a good steward is first and foremost the relationships you have. That was my number one goal when I took over almost a year ago, was to get into my territory and just be curious, ask a lot of questions. Being in your accounts, that's one of the biggest things you can do, is to be in your accounts and introduce yourself and really get an understanding of the type of procedures that the clinical teams are doing, where they needed to be best supported, building those relationships and cultivating them and strengthening them over time, so you're seen as an asset to the clinical team. And that all goes into stewardship. The most important thing is to leverage that to produce positive patient outcomes. That's most important. Part of what we're doing is making sure patients are getting taken care of. Clinically, like if they need support in cases, maybe there's a device that is new. The team hasn't used, like let's say cleaner. They've never used cleaner for thrombectomies before. So showing the techs, hey, this is how you prep it. Showing the physicians, if they don't have experience with it, this is what it's best used for. Maybe showing a couple of nuances about it that can improve outcomes. I just think being available is huge. I think I've always had an interest in sales. I actually closed my first deal when I was 10. My dad taught me how to use our riding lawnmower, and I would mow our lawn. And this was back in 1999 when real estate agents had their signs with their numbers. And I actually cold called a real estate agent. I was like, hey, I'll mow your yard for $20. And he gave me a good lesson. He said, don't sell yourself short. I'll let you do it for 30, because it was a pretty big yard. I'm very competitive, played sports my whole life. So I really enjoy that sales is merit-based, and generally, like, you get out what you put in.